We all know the term a leap of faith, which probably best describes an embrace of religion despite the lack of convincing evidence. Kierkegaard coined the term as he specifically mentioned Christianity as requiring this leap, to accept a whole religious system of meaning without empirical evidence. You just leap. That's what you got to do. You just leap, ostensibly into the loving arms of God. It is as though leaping across a scary chasm, leaving terra firma for the unknown. What is implied is that faith is lacking on the scientific and rational side of the chasm. So in order to capture the spiritual treasures that dwell in a transcendent realm, you gotta make the leap. Leap of faith also brings an image to my mind similar to deciding on whether or not to jump into a swimming pool. Some people stand at the edge of the pool speculating about the wisdom of jumping in. They know neither the temperature, nor the depth, nor any possible hazards that may be lurking, but it does look refreshing and inviting. Some walk away from the edge. Too much uncertainty to make the jump. Others grimace and hold their nose as they jump into the pool. They heard others remark that it was a great place to be and they should join them. Still others, mostly children, are pushed into the pool from behind, mostly by meddling grandparents who insist being in the pool is part of family tradition and you've got to be loyal to that. Sound familiar? Standing far away from the pool are people like Richard Dawkins, who wrote something like, "The pool is a delusion." And Christopher Hitchens, in his book entitled something like, "The pool is not great." And Sam Harris, whose latest publication was The End of Pools. As a Unitarian minister, I stand relatively close to the pool, enough to see people either swimming joyously, treading water aimlessly, or showing signs of drowning. I see some people climbing the steps out of the pool, shivering and drenched, and I wonder if they are likely to land in my congregation. They took a leap of faith. Or actually, more correctly, Kierkegaard actually called it a leap to faith. And after wallowing in the pool for some time, they decided this faith business was not meant for them, and so they crawled out. Much of it has to do with the issue of freedom. In the pool, they are not free to think and act independently of the pool's rules or doctrine. In order to live freely, they have to exit the pool. They reject the pool and all it ostensibly offers of a good life, providing they follow the rules. They leave the pool of faith and are now free. But free to do what? Ski, golf, hike, drop in occasionally into a Unitarian church? Freedom is a means to an end, not the end itself. There is nothing substantive about freedom. Freedom allows you to move towards something else, allows you to move to something more tangible, allows you to move to another kind of space or orientation. But here's the question that concerns me. Must freedom be linked with the negation of faith? Does faith always imply a blind trust in doctrine and dogma? And therefore, is liberal religion's strongest asset simply to free people of their faith? Is that what we're really all about? Do Unitarians meet under the banner of denial? And does this non-theological position or even anti-theological position really serve us well? Now, even though some members and friends here may still be a bit wet from recently leaving the pool, are we not all essentially looking for affirmations in life that can sustain us? Do we not, in fact, need a faith? Can we really get away with proclaiming that we are a church without a faith? We're free. Or individually, I'm a person who has no faith because, I'm not a religious type, and since I'm not a religious type, I have no faith. Does that really work? James Luther Adams, one of the theological giants in Unitarian Universalism in the mid-20th century, rightfully contends that the basic concerns of religion are universal, that religious faith is found among all people. Thus, the most significant difference between people will be interpreted not as differences between religion and irreligion, but differences between conceptions of faith. For some people, God is a reality. And for others, God epitomizes the pathology of illusion. The God that is rejected by the unbeliever may well be an illusion and worthy of rejection. But the believer, too, in fact, many of them, want to unmask illusions as well, primarily the illusions of uncritical religion. There is a danger, Adams points out, in rejecting all belief entirely. You may insist that religious faith indulges people in their speculation about matters for which there are no dependable answers. But be careful about rejecting all speculation outright and thinking that you can easily dispense without religious faith whatsoever. Now, many Unitarian Universalists today have rejected faith along with rejecting the old man with the beard who sits in judgment. And thus, let's be honest, we feel a kind of lightness of being, having eliminated faith, eliminated all that incredulous, speculative stuff. We're free. But is this really working out for us? Are we really comfortable in that space? To be free of faith and rid of all uncertain speculation. Is that really where we want to be? So Adams contends, forget about the word faith. It's loaded. And liberal religious types who will reject it automatically. They claim that they are free of faith. Okay, forget the word faith. Let's try a different word which actually means the same thing. Here's the word. Confidence. Where do you place your confidence? What do you have confidence in? No one, whether in the pool or out of the pool, no one can maintain a positive attitude towards life without the confidence that human life has some important meaning, either actual or potential, and that this meaning may somehow be maintained or achieved. In other words, holding confidence that resources are available for fulfilling a life with meaning merely suggests a different concept about faith. You can't get out from under making some speculation about things not seen. I mean, what holds us up if we don't have confidence in anything in life? How bleak. What holds us up? As Adam says, the concern for meaning in life is no optional luxury. It is the essential concern of religion. He continues to say, if we understand religion to refer to a concern with the inescapable issues regarding the meaning and fulfillment of life, we may say there is no such thing as a completely irreligious person. Both the non-religious and the religious person are concerned with these issues, and they are both somehow believers. They are people of faith, whether they use the word God or not. Doesn't matter. You can't get by without some faith, some confidence. So let me quickly summarize. We all place our confidence in something, part of the human struggle. Whether we identify ourselves as Unitarian Universalists, Humanists, Jews, Christians, Mormons, Muslims, our struggle is to discern that which we feel is reliable. What is reliable in life in order to help us through the loneliness of existence, the immensity of the cosmos. God, we look out at the stars and we say, wow. So what is reliable? What holds me up?